But without further ado, AJ, shall we get into our first story?
Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me.
So, one of my favorite topics. Should we talk about the Golden Globes?
Here we go. Here we go. Always a favorite of yours.
Just want to go on record and saying the Golden Globes are stupid. They are ridiculous, and I've done a whole video about them on the channel, explaining why they are stupid. But the full list of winners at the Golden Globes 2024 has been announced, and we've got our winners, AJ. Does this mean anything? No. Does it give you an indication of which way the Oscars are going? No. And those are the important awards. But for shiggles, let's see. The winners at the 2024 Golden Globes have been announced in a star-studded event, yes, because that's literally what it's about, who's wearing what, attended by the biggest stars of film and television. On Sunday, 7th of January, the award ceremony, which awarded the best of the big and small screen, was broadcast live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Los Angeles. Films in contention for trophies at the 2024 ceremony included Barbie, which led the pack with 9, followed by Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Poor Things, 7 each. Meanwhile, in the TV category, Succession was the most nominated series with a total of 9, followed by The Bear and Only Murders in the Building, which had 5 apiece. Oppenheimer was the evening's big movie winner, with Succession and The Bear sweeping the TV categories. The ceremony was hosted by comedian Joe Coy, who seemingly left Taylor Swift unimpressed with a joke aimed at the singer and dealt a particularly brutal jibe at Harry and Meghan. Good, I should read these jokes. Meanwhile, comedian Jim Gaffigan left the audience wincing with a controversial quip addressing the unsealed Jeffrey Epstein court records. Ooh, topical. The full list of films and TV show winners at the 2024 Golden Globes are below. AJ, here's the important stuff. Movies. The best motion picture. Because the Golden Globes don't just have a Best Motion Picture, they have the qualified. Best Motion Picture, Drama. Oppenheimer was the winner, which beat Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Past Lives, The Zone of Interest, and Anatomy of a Fall. And AJ, Best Motion Picture, Musical Comedy. We had, the nominees were Air, American Fiction, Barbie, The Holdovers, May, December. Sorry?
Air.
Oh, are you surprised that Air is a? Sorry, AJ. Are you on board with me now? Are you surprised that Air is being nominated as a musical comedy? That's called the Golden Globes. Welcome to the party. I love the fact that triggered you so much because you're getting there. You're getting there. Yeah, Air, American Fiction, Barbie, The Holdovers, May, December, and Poor Things, which was the eventual winner. Now, I'd just like to go on record and say that's it for Best Picture nominees and winners, because for some reason they have a Best Picture winner drama, Best Picture winner comedy musical. That's it. They've categorized those two things, miscategorized the movies that go into musical and comedy, just put them into one category, even though musicals and comedies are two separate genres of film. But that's it for Best Picture. It's not like Best Picture winner thriller, Best Picture winner action, Best Picture winner horror. No, just drama in one category, and then comedy and musical, which have nothing to do with each other and are two separate genres, although they can be the same thing, in another category. That's it. That's how the classifications of this stupid award show go. Whereas if I can just go on a tangent here and say, look at the Oscars, it's just Best Picture winner. What was the best movie of the year? As voted for by actual people who know, who are filmmakers and people in the industry. That's all. But now what are the other nominees? Best Performance by a Female Actor. But wait, AJ. Best Performance by a Female Actor. Motion Picture, Drama. You see where this is going. Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon was the winner. Kerry Mulligan, Sandra Hüttler, Annette Bening, Greta Lee, and Kaylee Spaney were the other nominees. AJ, Best Performance by a Male Actor. The nominees were Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Leonardo DiCaprio for Killers of the Flower Moon, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, Barry Keoghan for Saltburn, and Cillian Murphy, who is the eventual winner, for Oppenheimer. Andrew Scott for All of Us Strangers was nominated too. And now, AJ, back to the ladies. Best Performance by a Female Actor, Motion Fantasia Barrino for The Color Purple, Jennifer Lawrence for No Hard Feelings, Natalie Portman for May December, Alma Poisty for Fallen Leaves, Margot Robbie for Barbie, and Emma Stone for Poor Things. Best performance by a male actor, motion picture, musical comedy. The nominees are Nicolas Cage for Dream Scenario, Timothée Chalamet for Wonka, one for you, AJ, Matt Damon for Air, Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Joaquin Phoenix for Beau is Afraid, and Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. Wonder how Matt Damon feels being told the Air movie he was in is a comedy and musical. And it goes on. So, yeah, best performance by a female actor in a supporting role. But now here's the way.
Categories then.
No categories now. Do you see how dumb these things are? I'm not making this up. It is on screen right now, and I'm reading it off for you. It's just best performance by a female in a supporting role. And why we didn't have that for the main role and the main movies, there's reasons. I hate these awards. They are so stupid. So yes, best performance by a female actor in a supporting role. Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, Jodie Foster for Nia, Julianne Moore for May December, Rosamund Pike for Saltburn, that made me happy, and the winner for The Holdovers was Davine Joy Randolph. AJ, best performance by a male actor in a supporting role. Do you think this one has a category?
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't, right? Thankfully, it doesn't. They're not that dumb. Now,
yeah, I legit froze for a second. Yeah. That was not a buffer. I froze. Yeah.
But if I had told you there would be, at this point, you wouldn't be that surprised, right? This is what you call now grading on a curve. We're happy that the basic obvious thing was done. So best performance by a male actor in a supporting role, motion picture. Willem Dafoe for Poor Things, Robert De Niro for Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer was the winner, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, Charles Melton for May December, Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things. And now AJ, best director, motion picture, but there's no category here. So you've got best picture, drama, best picture, comedy musical, but then just best director. What? 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 So best director, motion picture, Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Greta Gerwig for Barbie, Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, who won it, Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon, and Celine Song for Past Lives. And then it goes on to things that people will be less interested about, like best screenplay, best picture. Yeah, some of the. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I've done the big boys essentially. So my question to you, AJ, do you finally get why I hate these things?
I'm just confused when, like, how can one say this? If I were to subscribe to the Golden Globes as an actor, female or male, I would then say, oh, I need to be in this film and that film to be able to be in both categories. Because I could be best lead male comedy and best lead male drama. Because you're allowed to make more than one film a year. What then follows is, while as an actor you have potentially 4 choices, because you could be in that, well, 3, because you've got 2 options for lead and then one as one big pot for supporting. A director doesn't have that choice. It's pick one or the other, because your picture. It's the division at the top that makes it weird for the bottom, because your film could be in there and what have you. Then the lack of diversity and the mishmash of comedy musical. I mean, yes, I have laughed at some musicals. I've also cried at some musicals. So I don't know where we're going to go with that kind of genre of its own. And at first, I'm wondering if you need to have enough films to qualify for it to happen. But then I'm equally as confused that Air became comedy drama, a comedy musical, as opposed to the drama that I would have probably classified it in if I had to.
Just like the Banshees of Inisherin a few years ago or last year. Same thing, comedy musical.
It's a very, very awkward approach to the methodology of it. Am I happy for the winners? Yes. And is it something that they can take home and put on their shelf? Yeah, like respecting someone for being recognized when being recognized. But in the same breath, I would severely reconsider my classifications if I was on the Golden Globes committee or board or whatever you want to call it. That's my main thing. So,
Hollywood
like,
Foreign
congratulations.
Press Association. Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Remember, this is voted on by a pool of people who can be bribed and bought who don't actually even work in Hollywood. They just report on Hollywood from another country. Ridiculous. Carry on.
I get it. But again, recognition is always nice. Like, if I personally say if they open best podcast next year and we happen to be contenders, I will take the nomination. And if we win, I would celebrate the win. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. Like, if it does happen and tomorrow it comes to that. But I still maintain at this very point of recording and being the date that it is, for second week of January 2024, you need to fix your classifications. It just doesn't work. Like, best picture, best lead, best supporting. Just streamline it, because I wouldn't want. Let's just bring it out. Where does a horror fit in? It's not drama and it's not comedy musical. Do you get what I'm saying?
Thriller, action, documentary, western, sci-fi, fantasy. Why are the other genres not? Why are they not
Yeah,
recognized?
yeah, very, very
Up
weird.
next, the new Star Wars movie, which is going to be a musical. Shut up.
Maybe that's why they done the Joker sequel as a musical, just so they could qualify. I have no idea. I'm genuinely lost right now. That's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird as hell. It's weird as all hell. And like, listen, as I said, there's a whole video on why these things are ridiculous. But I truly hope that running down the way these things are classified highlights just how silly they are. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no logic. There's weird classifications. It's inconsistent. It's painful. And much like AJ, would I be like, hey, if they had a podcast, movie podcast, and Silver Screen Dudes was nominated, which it should be, and if it won, which it should, would I be happy and take it to say I've been up on the Golden Globes? Sure, of course I would, because most people are ignorant. And if you say to someone, hey, I've won a Golden Globe, they think that's a big deal. Would I have any pride in the fact that I'm a massive hypocrite? No, like, not at all. I just
appreciate the honesty.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. No, these things are dead. I want to know what you guys think. Golden Globes, yay or nay? And with that, should we should we go on to our next story?